Alright, so what's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now, just a couple of days ago they revealed Season 5 Modern Warfare 3 and it looks pretty decent overall, I guess. I think you can definitely tell that we're coming towards the end of the life cycle of Modern Warfare 3 because this season is not as big as the previous seasons we've had, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw the roadmap up on screen for you guys. As you can see for the multiplayer section especially, it's not as big as we used to in Modern Warfare 3, I'd say. So the main takeaways for me from this season is the 2 new 6v6 maps for Modern Warfare 3. They're both coming at the launch of the season, which is very interesting. We've then got 3 variant maps coming mid-season. Actually, no, wait, one of them was mid-season. The other 2 are on launch. Okay. Wait, so surely that doesn't mean we're going to be getting 1 variant map in the mid-season update, right? Like, we're getting 2 on launch and then 2 variant maps. And then there's 1 variant map for mid-season. That's going to be an ass update if that's true. Anyway, we've also got the new equipment, the EMP grenade, which is quite cool, I suppose. Then we've got 6 new game modes coming. There's a WWE one. They're adding Rey Mysterio to this season. It's, I mean, this game is crazy. I don't really know what you expected, to be honest. Yeah, the game modes are pretty cool overall as well, I have to admit. There's a paintball one, which sounds pretty interesting. It's kind of like a one-hit mode, and obviously there's paintballs involved. The one that interests me the most, though, is the mode called Defuse or Destroy, which is basically a play on search and destroy, and the way that it works is that you spawn in and the bomb is already planted, and one team has got to defend the bomb, the other team's got to defuse it, which sounds like a really interesting twist actually to S&D. And you'll notice on the roadmap here we've got a tiny little corner here for Modern Warfare Zombies. This thing is not even on life support, it's in end of life care at this point. There's a final story mission, and you'll see for the weapons there we've got 4 new weapons. We've got the STG assault rifle, which kind of looks like a modernized version, and a what's called the static HV SMG, which are both coming to the launch. And then in season we've got the spear melee weapon, which you can actually throw, which is really cool. And we've also got a bow as well, which again is kind of like a modernized version. It mentions that the spear is going to be the battle pass, so I imagine the bow is just going to be, it might be a weekly challenge or something. It usually is. And then as I mentioned earlier, we got the WWE crossover event, which is the other major thing that is coming with this season. And one of the operators is Rey Mysterio. I don't know who the other 2 are supposed to be, but Rey Mysterio as an operator is fucking sick. I used to love him when I was a kid. I don't know how they would do it, but I beg they do a 619 execution. I mean, I don't know what else they would do for his bundle, but that would go so hard. And then finally, we got a couple things for Warzone, which I'm not majorly interested in. The main thing actually which caught my eye is that they're adding Atlas Superstore from Verdansk into Urzikstan, which is very cool. I mean, you guys know I don't care at all about Battle Royale. I only play Resurgence, but I do hope it is the original layout, just for that sort of that nostalgia factor, I guess. It'd be cool to see. And then they're adding Superstore Resurgence, which I could give less of a fuck about, and Supreme Resurgence as well, which doesn't really sound that different from regular Resurgence, so I'm not really bothered about that. And there's a couple more things. There's the Elite contract, there's a Bounty public event. I mean, nothing really too major to talk about. All the major stuff is on the roadmap here. And as always, there is a lot more we can talk about with this season, with the aftermarket parts, with, I don't know, ranked play rewards or whatever else they add. But the one thing that has caught my eye is the brand new Prestige camo, which is coming with this season. As you guys know, we had One Trick for Season 3 and Obsidian for Season 4. And I've been saying to my mates now for a while, I don't know how they're going to top Obsidian, because I think the Obsidian camo in this game is one of the best looking camos we've had in, like, COD history. And I've basically just been debating how they're going to top this. Like, I don't really see how they can do it. If I just throw on screen Season 5's Prestige camo, it's called Mercury, and you can see the kind of 4 stages of the animated camo, and it looks gorgeous, to say the least. Like, this genuinely might be one of my favorite camos in COD history. It looks fantastic. They do describe it like this in the blog post, but it reminds me a lot of Polyatomic in the purple form, but it also transitions from like a deep purple into a brighter purple, even into like a sort of green, like, I don't know, like mint green, turquoise, I guess. But if I'm being honest, this is probably the main thing I'm interested in for Season 5. I mean, I don't really play too much multiplayer anymore. We're kind of coming towards the end of the life cycle for Modern Warfare 3. And I do have to say, I think the post-launch support for Modern Warfare 3 has probably been one of, if not the best post-launch support we've ever seen for a COD game. I think especially since Modern Warfare 2019 with the like the season sort of model they have. I think the only one that would come close to Modern Warfare 3 in my opinion is Black Ops Cold War. I remember Black Ops Cold War having really solid post-launch support with the amount of maps, the amount of guns, and just overall the amount of content we had with that game. I remember being really good. Modern Warfare 2019 was also a pretty decent one, and then the rest of the competition is Modern Warfare 2 and Vanguard. Vanguard was so bad. Holy shit. I remember by season 2 of Vanguard, we were getting bare minimum content. Like, I swear to God, no more than 2 maps, 2 guns a season. It was dire. It was Oh god, it was horrible. Right, I don't really know what I've queued myself for in this game, but I'm flying and I just one-tap that guy. Now I've got an M4. I don't really know what's happening. Direct impact. Oh my god. That was the dumbest gunfire I've ever been in. That was atrocious. But yeah, a little bit of a discussion about Season 5. I think overall the content is good. Like, it's definitely not a bad or a lacking season. We've got a good amount of content coming. I mean, the one thing that I love about Modern Warfare 3 is the aftermarket parts and the weekly challenges. I think that's probably one of the best things we've seen from a COD game in recent time. And I really hope they continue the trend. I mean, not necessarily just aftermarket parts. Although I'd love to see something similar. But I just love the model of the weekly challenges and having something to work towards every week. I think it's a really good model to keep people coming back. I mean, they could do a mix of rewards, right? Like, so if they don't want to do aftermarket parts, they could do, I don't know, like a weapon one week. They could do a camo another week, like calling card emblem sets. I don't really know. Like, they could get creative with it. Hello. I watched Prestigious Key's video on Season 5. He actually made a really good point that this is probably the first season we've had in Modern Warfare 3 where it doesn't really have, like, an identity or, like, a central theme to it. Like, it just seems like a really weird, like, mixed-matched season. Like, we've got Valeria as the cover operator, who was in Modern Warfare 2 as one of the cover operators, and she's already in the game, so it's kind of weird that they've done that. There's a WWE crossover with Rey Mysterio in the game modes and that kind of stuff, and they've also got these, like, cartoon reskins of certain maps, which you would think kind of looks Borderlands-esque, but there's no, like, Borderlands crossover, unless it's in the classified section, actually. I don't know, like, it just seems like every other season there's been some kind of, like, central theme. Like, say with Season 4, for example, there's the DNA, there was the, you know, mutations, that kind of stuff. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's just kind of an odd season. Like, it just sort of seems like a bunch of ideas, like, jumbled. I mean, we got Atlas Superstore in Kazakhstan as well. Like, yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, I don't know. It seems just like a random season, I guess. But hey, as long as they nerf the Superi in Warzone, I don't really care. They can do whatever they want with the themes of the season. As long as they nerf that fucking Superi, oh my god, it's driving me up the wall. I mean, it's definitely not one of the worst metas we've had in Warzone. I mean, the Renetti meta in Warzone 3 alone was definitely worse than this. But it's just kind of boring. Like, it's been like, what? This came out at the start of the season. Like, it's just kind of boring now. Also, sorry if you can hear like a blowing on the mic. That's my fan. I've just turned it up because it is quite hot in the UK at the moment. It's currently 12:30 at night. It's 19 degrees, and you might go in the comment section saying, oh, that's not very hot, but if you live in England, you know that's hot. I mean, for fuck's sake, you're talking about England. We're used to like smoggy 16-degree days, you know, peak, by the way, in the summer, whereas now it's almost 1 in the morning and it's 19. Like, it's just not fun. If you're not from the UK and you're wondering why English people always talk about like hot weather, it's basically because our houses are built to trap in the heat because we don't get heat very often in this country. I know a lot of Americans get confused as to why we complain about, you know, not very high temperatures. That's why, because our houses are built to basically trap in the heat because we don't get heat very often, and we don't have aircon either. It's not very common to have aircon in your house, and again, it's because you probably use it like 10 days in the year, like genuine. This is, I would say, the 4th hot day we've had in England, and this is probably the 4th day I've used my fan as well. Oh, fuck. Why is he using a dildo? Why is this guy running around like it's fucking Saints Row 3? But yeah, the thing that I'm excited for the most with this new season is definitely this Mercury camo. I mean, it says a lot when the most exciting thing, in my opinion, for the new season is a camo. I mean, that just shows how rotted my brain is from camo grinding. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, Modern Warfare 3's post-launch support has been probably one of the best we've ever had in a COD series, yet a lot of fans will just kind of disregard Modern Warfare 3, even though, like I say, it's one of the most fun post-launch support experiences I've ever had. I mean, one of my favorite things that they've done with this game is the grind after Interstellar. I mean, Interstellar's a great camo grind anyway, but everything you can do after that is so good. I mean, if you think about what you can do once you've got Interstellar, I mean, you can go for the Weapon Grand Mastery, which I think now has a calling card, an emblem. That was my phone telling me to go to bed. Yeah, it now has a calling card, an emblem, and a weapon charm in there. It has the weapon prestige camos, which by the end of it, I think is going to be like an 800,000 weapon XP grind per gun. It's disgusting. I did forget to mention with that new camo, it's 250,000 weapon XP to unlock it. So you've got to get the gun to max level. Then you've got to get one trick, which is 150,000 weapon XP. Then you got to get obsidian, which is 200,000 XP. Then you can get mercury, which is 250,000 weapon XP. And I'm guessing season 6 is going to be 300,000 weapon XP. So overall, that is 550, 650, 700, 900,000 weapon XP. I think. But the one thing that this game is missing, which I loved from the Black Ops games, is some kind of 100% a calling card challenge. I mean, there's no, like, actual challenge tab. I mean, you've got this one with operators and calling cards, but I mean, this one's just so fucking lackluster. I miss the one in Black Ops 3 where you had like a full menu of different challenges for different specialist abilities, lethals, tacticals, game modes, weapons, all of that shit. And at the end of it, there was a singular calling card, which is the 100% a calling card, which I never got in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4, and I really wish I did. But if they have that in Black Ops 6, I'm 100% going for it, because it'd be the first time I actually unlock one. But yeah, there's Season 5 in Modern Warfare 3. If you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am, then make sure you stick around the channel. I'm going to be covering pretty much everything that drops with the weapons, the new weapon camo, and whatever guys you want to see, to be honest, as well. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.